That was my really bad boombox impression of that little tune. Welcome, everybody. I am the Amazombie. This is your StarCraft 2 newscast, Weekly Edit. We are on week 15. 15, which means that I've been doing this plus the normal newscast about 16, 17, 18 weeks or so, somewhere around there. So, it's been going pretty well overall, pretty good. I'm just going to give you a little warning for today. Today is, I didn't have much time to prep the show. I didn't have a great idea of what I was going to talk about. Overall, I pretty much completely forgot that I was doing a show until, like, last night. And I was like, oh, I should probably figure out what I'm going to talk about. Well, that's kind of the situation we're in. So, just threw a couple things together, but there are a few things I want to talk about. I do know offhand, it was just I didn't quite get everything prepped the way that I normally would like to. One, Codex Finals was a couple nights ago, and MVP just ripped through OGS Top, which was kind of to be expected, which I talked about on last show, that there was no way Top was going to beat MVP. Now, the thing that I want to talk about is if you have not seen it, look up Game 1 and watch Game 1 from that series, because it goes from the beginning being basically a normal kind of on Daybreak, normal kind of, positional TVT, they're just kind of building up, just working on the macro, to being about the most outrageous ending to any game with one of the most epic tactical maneuvers so far yet played to date in StarCraft by MVP. It was brilliant. So, check it out. It's worth it. It was worth my, $10 or whatever it cost to buy the GSL ticket alone. I would have paid just for that game. It was wonderful. So, check that out. Big thing that I want to talk about coming up is there's two big events starting here. One is starting tonight, the other one starts tomorrow night. The one starting tonight is the MLG, let's take a look, MLG, Major League Gaming. We talked about this a little bit before, but they announced their an invitational tournament, and the first couple matches start tonight. The players are, I went over this again before, but I'm going to go over it again today. For Europe, the players are Naniwa, Sho, Ret, Hepro, Thorazine, Whiterod, Jinro, and Sase. For North America, we have Idra, Kiwikaki, Slush, Sheth, Tyler, Major, Destiny, and In Control. And then for Korea, MMA, MVP, Losira, Boxer, Puma, Hero, Bomber, and Koga. So that's what we're looking at for this tournament. And it starts tonight with, in fact, let me look that up quickly so I can just kind of give you, it's probably going to be going on by the time that this uploads, anyone watches it. Idra and Destiny, Kiwikaki and Major, Slush, Tyler, In Control, Sheth. Awesome. So those are the matches going on tonight. I was just going to kind of give my picks for this. For the European, let me see, Naniwa, Sho, Ret, Hepro, Thorazine, Whiterod, Jinro, Sase. So, I don't know what's been going on with Jinro lately, but he really can't seem to win a game at all, which is really sad. I think Idra a while back hit the nail on the head when he said that Jinro was so strong for a while because he pretty much revolutionized and was the first player in the world that was going mad macro Terran. And only focused on that in the early part of the game. In the early part of since the game's been out. And so he was the first one. He just dominated macro Terran. And the problem is everyone else has caught up and stopped doing those cheesy, bit-by-bit prime strategies and stupid crap like that. So that's kind of what's... Now he needs to refocus and redevelop. He needs to go back in his hole for a while and then come back with another awesome build. Let's see. Whiterod is just one of those guys that is so good you can never count him out of anything. But you never know exactly just how good he is. Like, it's kind of weird in that way. I think he's better than he actually ever shows us, and that because I just have the feeling that he doesn't focus as much on his builds as he could. Like, that's the feeling I get. And if he did, he would definitely be one of the top. Hey Pro never wins anything. Rhet's really strong. Show's really strong, but inconsistent. Sase is strong, but also inconsistent. And Naniwa is just solid. From that group, I am going to have to pick... I'm going to go with Rhet and Show, actually, because Rhet is just... You can never count him out. He's always going to be up there. I know that Sase and Naniwa have been over in Korea, yeah, but I still don't know. Naniwa maybe, but... And I always pick Show just because I'm a big Show fanboy. The guy is just really good and can be... he can be one of the best in the world when he wants to, I think. Let's see, North America. Okay, North America, we have, let's see, Idra, Kiwikaki, Slush, Sheth, Tyler, Major, Destiny, and Control. Well, this one's quite a bit easier to pick. In Control is not going to win anything. Destiny probably won't win much of anything. Slush, probably not. Tyler, you can never really count him out, but I don't think so. I actually think Major, Sheth, Kiwikaki, and Idra are the 4 strongest out of this group. And I'm actually going to go with Idra and Major. That's a hard one, but I think that's what I'm going to go with. Kiwikaki, you never know which Kiwikaki is going to show up. The one who can just out-macro any other Protoss, or the one that is just going for weird, cheesy builds and loses. I mean, that's kind of those are the 2 sides of the coin with that. Now, then, the last chunk we have is Korea, MMA, MVP, Losira, Boxer, Puma, Hero, Bomber, and Koga. Well, I can tell you right now, I don't think Koga. I really don't think Bomber. Not Losira. Hero possibly, but probably not. I'm actually looking at... It's going to be an even Boxer. I mean, you can never count him out, but he's just not as strong as the rest of the group. And I have to go Puma and MVP, because those guys are the 2 of the toughest nerd ballers right now. So that's about it. I just kind of wanted to go over that. Go ahead and, if you agree or disagree, go ahead and leave comments. Let me know. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss. We'll converse. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's turn off that MLG logo. Let's go to the other things. This is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter episode today, because I only really have one other thing I want to talk about. But we're going to go with our picks. We're going to talk about NASL, the North American Star League Season 2, which starts up tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow night. Look at that. That's our NASL logo. I don't know what I did there. Let's see. Come here. Over here. None of that's working, is it? You know what? Let's just go back to there. You just won't get to see me. So, the NASL. North American Star League. Let me just talk a little bit. People hate on... After one season, and even after like the first week or 2, people were hating on them because they were having technical difficulties. But you know what? This is a community-driven event. This is a thing that has been started and supported by a small group of people who just thought it would be cool to do this, and they've created... It's not the GSL, right? It's not the GSL. But what it is by far pretty much the most competitive league in Western StarCraft. Yeah, there's some Koreans in there, but for the most part, this is the North American Star League, right? We're playing on the NA server. This is a Western event. And yeah, there's these other events like, MLG, but MLG's not really that much of a league. And come on, you still have In Control in the top 16. And then you have like DreamHack, which again isn't so much of a league. It's just a few events a year, right? This is a league system that they're trying to work out, and I actually think it's a good system. It's actually a really cool idea. Some people hated on it because, like, it was the same few maps over and over, right? But I liked their theory, behind it was each player knows at least a week in advance their opponent and their maps. So they have 1 week to specifically train and focus on that. And to see what they can actually do. I actually think that's an awesome idea. And that's a great thing to have. So as long as you look at it with that viewpoint, it's not so bad. So anyway, Season 2 starts up tomorrow. Instead of last year, we had 5 divisions, 10 people each, 50 players. They cut it out this time, so it's 5 divisions, 8 players each, which is it's cool, more reasonable. And the thing that I like is, well, let's just bring up the groups and let's see who we got. Let's make some picks. Okay, here we go. We have Division 1 playing tomorrow night. Vibe, Hero, White Raw, DeMuslim, Lowly, Phoenix, Cruncher, and Sheth. Awesome lineup. A lot of great players there. Of course, the couple of the dark horses there are, of course, Vibe and Lowly. People don't know a ton about Cruncher, even could. You never know if he's going to play or not. Like, is he just going to do his stupid turtle thing, or is he going to actually play? And then even if he plays, is he going to be any good? He's very hit and miss. Sheth, very consistent, very strong. Phoenix, very strong, but very inconsistent. DeMuslim, very strong. White Raw, very strong. Hero, ridiculously strong. So I honestly think it's going to be Hero. I don't want to go against DeMuslim, but I really think Phoenix is the better Terran right now. Yeah. I'm going to go with Hero and Phoenix for taking that group. 3rd place being DeMuslim. 4th place probably being White Raw. Oh, God, Sheth, too. I forgot. Gosh, that is a hard one. 3rd and 4th are going to be 2 of those 3 right there, I'm pretty sure. That's my guess. Division 2. Division 2, you know what? Hold on. Where the heck? Oh, there's my camera. Where did this image come from? Let me look up a bigger image so I can see it a little better. I think I downloaded it. There we go. Cool, there we go. I got a full screen image now. Alright. So, Division 2, we have Huck, Rain, Dark Force, Braddock, Hey Pro, Moonin, Xlav, and Mana. This is a bit of the... This is a weird group. Rain is not as good as his records put forth. I really don't believe that. Huck is, Huck's Huck. He's good. Dark Force, you don't know. He may or may not. I mean, he's a strong Zerg, but he really hasn't shown too much. Braddock, again, very strong, but never seems to show up to much. Hey Pro just doesn't win anything. Moonin, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on Hey Pro, right? Like I tend to hate on In Control, but he doesn't win anything. And I mean, and a lot of times when he loses, it's not even like he was almost going to win. It's just like he was behind the whole game a lot of times. I mean, I don't know. Moonin is just shitty. I'm sorry. He's not a very good top level. He's not a very top level player. Axlav, again, good. Not that great. Mana's a guy I always kind of wonder about, because Mana will come on the scene and win some European tournaments, and then do really well in some others, and then disappear for a while, or show up to stuff, but he just sucks, right? He'll just suck up every game he plays. But then the next time, a couple months later, he shows up again and just starts dominating everything, and quietly too. I mean, it's not like He stays out of the picture as much as possible, it seems like, but while still winning. Day9 once said a long time ago that he loved Mana's play because Mana was the most patient player he would observe. And I agree with that. That's what makes Mana really good and keeps him in games that he might have otherwise lost. But at the same time, he's boring to watch. It's like watching Goody play TVT, right? It's the most boring matchup ever. It's Mana versus almost anyone. because he just plays so patient and slow. Not bad, don't get me wrong, not bad. Just, if Mana was a different race, either Zerg or Terran, while playing that way, it wouldn't nearly be as boring. It'd be a lot more kind of exciting, because, I mean, you have some super safe players like MVP, right? Like, he is very safe. He rarely looks like he is not safe in a game. Same as Mana. But he still makes it exciting, you know? I don't know. So, to take that group, it's either Huck and Mana or Huck and Rain, but I really don't think that. Rain is not as good as people think he is. I really don't believe that. He's a strong mechanical player, but his builds suck. He's really not his tactics are weak. Okay, let's move on. Division 3. Division 3, Huang Xin, who's again not as good as people think he is. Softball, who I've never even really seen a game of softball, right? Like, he's like the number 2 most famous Taiwanese behind Sen, which means he's almost nobody on the Western scene, right? That's really what it means. Jinro, Sho, Maro, Sake, Idra, and Kiwikaki. Now, this is kind of interesting. Maro's a guy who can either win everything or lose everything in an instant. Sake is kind of like Mana in the way that he's just boring as hell to watch. He's strong, just boring. Sho, you know me, I'm a Sho fanboy. Jinro, I'm a Jinro fanboy, but he hasn't won anything lately. Softball, I don't know enough about. Idra, of course, is Idra, and you never know if which Idra is going to show up. Is it going to be the one that just dominates everybody and used to be able to dominate in Korea? Or is it the Idra that is just going to lose everything, and give up games? Kiwikaki, we discussed him a little bit earlier too. For consistency-wise, though, because we're looking at this in the way of a league, I am going to go with Idra to take the division, and I want to say Sho, actually, but Maro's a guy that I can't count out, and same with Kiwikaki, I just don't know. I don't know, that's a hard one, but I'm going to go with Idra and Sho. Those are my picks. Division 4, we have Inca, Sen, Straylock, Night End, Moonglade. You know what, let me bring those back up for you. Where are those divisions for you? There they are. Sorry about that. You've just been watching me ramble. Inca, Sen, Straylock, Night End, Moonglade, In Control, Select, and Rat. Wow, is this pretty much a joke of a group, right? Like, I'm not trying to hate on, but there's only a couple of these players that are really top class. Like, half of these guys you can already cut out. Like, Inca, no. Sorry. Straylock, yeah, he's good, but no. Night End, no. Moonglade, he's, again, good, but no. In Control, no. So, we have Sen, Select, and Ret are really the top 3 contenders. They're going to be the top 3 in the division, pretty much guaranteed. I would have to say, over a consistent period of time, Sen and Ret are probably more consistent than Select. So, let's just move on past that hideous group. Division 5, QXC, Hasuabs, Damaga, TLO, Moman, Tyler, TT1, and Puma. Well, who's going to win this group? This one is actually not too great either, but QXC, we don't know. I haven't seen much of him since his epic all-kill over in the GSTL. But, I mean, he was looking great then, right? But I just don't know what he's doing now. I haven't seen him. I know that he's going back to school, so I'm going to assume that he's not practicing as much. Hasuabs, where's he been? Anyone else seen Hasuabs in a while? Because I sure as heck haven't. He's been, heck if I know where. So he may be coming back strong. I don't know. I mean, haven't seen him in a while. Damaga. Now, remember, Damaga's a guy. Damaga's a very, very strong Zerg player. And a very creative and interesting. The power he has, especially as Zerg, is that he plays quite a bit differently from almost any other Zerg, right? Same as I don't want to compare him in a way to Sen, but in a way he is that he plays a Zerg that's completely different from everybody else. Yeah, I'm not trying to say Sen is so far different. Yeah, Sen plays this awesome kind of game where it starts out as this macro game, right? But then in an instant, he knows the exact amount and right amount of units to make, and then be aggressive while macroing behind it perfectly. Now, Damaga's not quite that way, but I compare him in the sense that he doesn't play Zerg like a Ret, an Idra, a Hey-Pro, a Vibe, a Moman, even looking at other people on this list. Like, he doesn't play the same style as Zerg as them, where those are a lot of times similar. He plays things like he's kind of an in-between between this awesome hardcore macro Zerg like Idra and an awesome creative, just ridiculous build Zerg like Cats, right? He's an in-between, where he'll come up with these weird, interesting Cats-like strategies, but then find the best way to control and macro behind them. Like, I don't know. He's really he's kind of the dark horse in this group. TLO, I love TLO. I'm a huge TLO fanboy. I think that TLO is one of the coolest guys on the scene right now, but I don't see him winning anything almost ever again, honestly. I just don't. He was so strong at the beginning of the series of when StarCraft 2 came out, because his micros brilliant, his multitasking and his damage control is brilliant. But he's always been lacking kind of in strategies, other than, some awesome all-ins and timings, right? And I just don't see, now that the game has progressed to where the macro game is the standard, he's not holding up. He's not. Moman's just not all that good. I mean, he's alright. He's fine, but he's, compared to the rest of people in this group. Tyler, again, very consistent, but seems to always be just slightly behind everyone. TT1, that's hard to say. I haven't seen him around in a while either. Puma is just going to dominate the group. He's just going to take it. I want to say Puma and Tyler, with Damaga being the dark horse. Damaga could easily take first place, but he could easily take fifth or sixth in the group, I think. There's no way he's going to be last, though. So I think those are going to be my picks. I think that's where I'm going to shut that down. Like I said, this is going to be a short cast. There's not much going on this past week. I know the last 2 weeks I've cut out on our Sunday night newscast. That's just been because there hasn't been anything to talk about. Luckily, NASL starts up, so we'll have Sunday nights. We'll have some cool stuff going on Sunday nights again. That's kind of exciting. I think that's going to be it. That's enough for today. Yeah, this isn't that great of an episode, I know. Not too long, not too in-depth, but like I said, I've just been busy. Work full-time, wife, kid, plus doing the newscast, plus this, plus my other projects on the side. I wish that I made enough money doing something like this to focus on it full-time. That would just be the best, but I'm so far from that, it's not even funny. I am going to try, though, as a note, I am going to try, like I said, I do have giveaways coming whenever they finally get shipped. I think I'm going to try my hand at casting again, though. I did a couple casts before. I actually did a few others that I never got uploaded right, and they were shit. I'm not a very good caster, but I'd really like to try it more. I might do that. You might get some bonus videos of me just practicing my casting. But other than that, I think that's about it. I think we're going to call it a day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go to our Twitter, go to our Facebook, leave comments, suggestions. Go to our TL page. Tell us you like the show or don't like the show. Tell me why. Give me ideas and suggestions. Let me know what you're thinking. I'd like that. So that's going to be it. I think we're going to cut it. Where's my overlay? There's the overlay. Not begin shortly. We're about to end. Alright, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks.